Hello, I'm Stephanie Gannon, and I'm doing my informative speech over special education in public schools. Between the 2011-2012 school year and the 2015-2016 school year, the number of students served increased from 6.4 million to 6.7 million, while the percentage of students served still remained at 13% total students in public schools enrollment. That's according to NCES in April of 2018. Children in public schools that have an IEP or individualized education program and or are in the special education classes can be there for many different reasons, ranging from speech and auditory issues to ADD, ADHD, autism, and many more. A lot of the times, you may not know that people around you are or were in special ed classes or have special needs as an adult. They don't want to be treated any different than anyone else. Even the ones that have severe learning disabilities are usually well aware of the issues they have, and they hate for anyone to draw attention to them. While there are many legitimate reasons for a child to be in a special ed class, it has been my experience that sometimes it's a simple case of a child not getting what they need in their home life and the school not being able to compensate for it. Now, speaking on them not wanting you to treat them any differently, a good portion of students that require extra help or IEPs at school are students whose only problem is that they have a hard time sitting down and focusing, such as those with ADD and ADHD. And they don't want anyone to make them feel as though they're not as smart as the average student, just because they have a hard time sitting still. Now, the same thing goes for a child with autism. They fight their own brains enough, and they don't want anyone to make them feel like they're less than just because they fall within the spectrum. And I asked some of my students the other day in my class what drives them nuts the most, and almost all of them have said that it's when people assume, just because they see them come out of my class, that they need help with simple tasks. Even at school, like a new teacher, new students, things that they are perfectly capable of doing, simple everyday things. And I want you to know that there are drawbacks to the system. Some students really do need extra help in order to get their work done or to understand the work, understand the concept in general. But some, on the other hand, are in serious need of other things. And sometimes I think a child going into special ed is a big mistake on the school's part. There are students I work with who have absolutely no issues understanding or grasping concepts. They have behavioral issues. And I'm not talking about the kind that need to be diagnosed. I'm talking simply causing way too many problems in specific classes with specific teachers that they may not like, so that they can have their schedules changed, and then they end up being sent to us so that we can deal with them in a different way, and they don't act out with us. Now, the reason they don't act out with us is because we're taught different ways of handling students with those issues, but they're simple little things that, honestly, we could tell you how to handle those things and it would be a simple fix. My husband also had an IEP in high school because he couldn't get a single concept in algebra class. And now he's a CNC machinist and writes his own programs and uses more advanced math like trigonometry. Now, as I said, there are many reasons a child could have an IEP, and none of which mean that the student's not as smart as any other students. But I know all students would ask for you to please not treat them any different, and I would want you to know, as an instructor, that there are flaws and drawbacks to the system. And I'd like to leave you with a quote by Robert John Meehan. Every child has a different learning style and pace. Each child is unique, not only capable of learning, but also capable of succeeding. Thank you.